Good morning, beautiful people of the internet. How are you doing today? My name is Amethyst. If you are new here, today's video is going to be a chit chat video again. A couple weeks ago, I posted a video doing my makeup and just kind of explaining where I've been at in life. Also, Levi is wanting to play. If I can snag him. He's gotten so big. So I did a whatnot show yesterday selling these Lily Pulitzer pieces, and so I'm just going to package them up while I talk to you guys again. Y'all are like my, online friends and family, so I wanted to just update you guys as to what's going on and just chat and all of your guys' kind comments and everything. I haven't responded to them, if I'm being honest. There's some that I have, but some that I haven't. I am reading them. This is Levi. Dude. Look at how big he is, guys. Remember I was showing him in the camera and he was like, dude, okay. I know you don't want to be held right now. I know you don't want to be held. He's so big. He's such a cool and amazing cat. I'm so grateful that I was able to foster him and pick him up, and he's just such an amazing cat. I love him so much. He's turning into such a good boy. He's very energetic right now because he just ate. But yeah, I just wanted to chat with you guys. I missed you, and I just wanted to, kind of give you insight into what's going on in my head right now, because I don't like leaving people hanging, especially because I know how many people, look forward to my videos and stuff, which is so unreal. The fact that I can even say that sentence out loud blows my mind. You guys are so awesome, but because there's so many people who were like, I can't wait to see what's going on and everything, I just wanted to, pop in here and give a little update as to what's going on. So I am doing these whatnot shows, and they're so much fun, and they're definitely not making me tons of profit right now, but I definitely see these replacing my delivery driving, so that is awesome. And I just need to stick to it for a little bit. But of course, there is some, time constraints with all of it. It is a new job, pretty much. So you're nuts. You're nuts. I'm not actually holding his neck, by the way. You've gotten so big. Look at the camera. Who's that? Who's that? That's you. Yeah, that's you. You're so cute. Alright, go play with the toy. You have so many of them. I've gotten him so many Dollar Tree toys, and then he plays with the bag. Yeah, I'm really loving Whatnot. It's definitely something I can see myself doing a lot more often. And what it's done, it pretty much is just sparked the excitement of resale for me again. I'm just loving resale. I really do love it. I love clothes. I love being able to give people pieces of clothing that they've wanted. There's a lot of debate around the topic of resale. If you guys are on TikTok and maybe you've seen them, I think I'm going to stay away from TikTok when it comes to resale. It is a very, for some weird reason, heavily debated topic. People think that resale is destroying the economy because, and if you heard that right, then you're like, what? People think resellers, little old me making $1,000 a month, is destroying the economy because we are basically stealing from the poor, is what people think. They say that we are making thrift store prices go up. We're making, literally someone, I read a comment that was like, resellers are the reason why real estate is going up and the economy is going down to trash. And I'm literally sitting here just like, do you not hear what you're saying? It doesn't matter. But yeah, I need to stay away from that platform because it really does bother me. I think I've talked about it before, how people's comments and stuff, it just gets to me. I don't know why. So much so, but I do have a hard time turning it off and not getting affected by these negative comments. So I'm going to stay away from TikTok throughout all of this, even though I would love to create a little TikTok community, but the platform just isn't worth it for me. It's not worth the mental load that it bears. So yeah, I have been more active on my other YouTube channel as well, but that's because too, I really want that channel to do well. That is definitely a passion project, little baby for me. So hopefully that channel also kind of takes off and does really well. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, I do have a second channel for just all of my passion projects. So I've got videos on my rats. I actually don't have any on him anymore. See, this is what happens if you run at me. I'm going to pick you up, and you don't want that because you want to run around. Oh. He is a nutso. You are nuts. You are crazy. Yeah. So yeah, staying away from TikTok, but definitely want to go more ham on the resale. It just makes me so happy, and it really pays so much better than delivery driving. So like if I'm sticking to it. So that's pretty much where I'm at right now. And I did want to shout out Sabrina. I'm going to link her channel down below. She's been coming to all of my shows and stuff, and she's so supportive and so kind, and I really appreciate her. So if you guys can, please check her out. Her energy makes me happy. I don't even know how long this video is going to be. I literally just was watching another YouTuber's video, and I turned on my camera, and I was like, I'm going to talk to him. Dude, you're messing up my folding. Leave me alone. So, yeah, I think resale is definitely, I've been talking about how I want the projection to be resale and stuff. Definitely going to work a lot harder to make that the case. I just can't do this delivery driving anymore. It really is screwing me up so bad. So let me tell you a little bit about what's been going on. So last week I had to get an oil change. So I was getting the oil change at Valvoline. I paid for a Groupon, and Valvoline broke my car. They literally, all they do is oil changes. And with Toyota, in case you don't have a Toyota, a lot of Toyota pieces are like specific. Like, oh, can you hear him? He's going nuts. Toyota has a lot of parts to their cars that have like, you know, you get your specific wheel lock, which is like a pretty standard thing, but Toyota has a specific one, and they have, for their oil changes and stuff, everything is very particular, which is not that irregular. Like, I'm pretty sure every car brand has that, but they basically had to use a specific piece to remove the oil filter. And instead they just went ham on it with their freaking bare hands and broke it. Or with, not their bare hands, but like whatever they were trying to do was not the right piece. So right now it's currently in a process where they're getting the cameras checked out to see what happened, so that maybe I can get refunded, because I ended up having to pay for that part. I ended up going to a local shop, and I didn't go to the local shop at first because I needed it quick and I needed cheap. I couldn't afford a full priced one. Turns out I would have been so much better off if I had just gone there, but I ended up going there anyways, getting an oil change from them, and then they had to buy the part for me, so I had to call Valvoline and be like, hey, this, and this. And what's crazy too is mid oil change, I had heard the guys underneath my car going like, they were started cursing and being like, basically saying that something was wrong. And I thought about it because it's like my car, but I didn't think about it too much because I'm like, these people, this is literally all they do all day long is oil changes. They were like, we can't fix your car, you have to go somewhere else. What they told me was that basically the other place that I went to had used some sort of power tool, which you don't use power tools anywhere in that area of the car. Like, even I know that. They'd apparently used a power tool to like put it on, and they couldn't take it off because it was too tight, and that I had to go back to the original place. So I was like, that's baloney, but weird. Okay, I should have immediately just pulled over and checked it. But I didn't, whatever. I shouldn't have had to, so I didn't think about it. So then I go to the other place. Sorry, I'm taking so long to tell the story. Go to the other place, get an oil change. They told me it's broken. They had to buy the part. I was there for like 5 hours when I was supposed to only be there for 30 minutes. And I had Levi with me because I had to take him to the vet. So he had a couple things going on. He had like a nosebleed. He had bumped his nose while he was playing. And while he was playing too, he made like a yelping noise. And I guess he had like torn a muscle maybe or something in this leg right here. And it's fine now because the vet was just like, oops, yeah, he's probably fine. He just messed up a muscle. He looks fine. He doesn't look like he broke anything. And then he had extra discharge in one of his eyes and the nosebleed and extra discharge in that nose. They were like, he's probably just got an upper respiratory infection. And so they gave me antibiotics. They gave me 2 things to take home. One is for like, I honestly don't remember. One is L-lysine, which is like vitamin C for cats. So his immune system's okay. Anyways, I ended up spending $170 at the vet. Which, if you guys know, I don't have that right now, and the whole point of taking this week off was to focus on like work and making money, and I feel like all I've done was spend money. And it's basically, so it's this whole car ordeal took over the course of 3 days. So oh, and I had to get a new tire because I had like a staple gun in my tire. That also took 2 days. Guys, I don't know what's going on these past 2 weeks. They're like, you need to get back on YouTube or something, because I had a staple gun a staple in my tire. I saw the staple and I went to Tire Kingdom, which is NTV up here, and I was like, there's a staple in my tire, I need you to fix it. And they were like, well, I was nice, you know, and they were like, we didn't see any staple, but your valve was leaking, which that's a brand new tire. I'm like, I don't usually hit curbs, but I do think I actually hit one right after getting the tire, so that was probably partially my fault, but it was under warranty. So they fixed the valve and they sent me home. Woke up the next day with a flat tire, went back in. They're like, oh yeah, we saw a staple in there. And I was like, I told you, because they had told me that there was no staple, and I was like, can you please just like double check that? And they're like, no. And so they sent me off. There was a staple. They fixed that one. Funny enough, the first time when they were fixing the valve, they didn't tell me what was going on, and they spent 3 hours. I was stuck at NTB for 3 hours fixing that valve, and then the next day I went in and they fixed it within 15 minutes. Yeah, so that was really annoying. Luckily I didn't have to spend anything on that one. And I said new tire. I meant they had to fix a tire. But that spent also 2 days where I couldn't drive because I had a tire that was going flat, and I've learned from experience that when your tire's going flat, you just don't drive on it, even if you can fill it up, because I do have a little pump in my car. So I was filling it up with air, but you still shouldn't drive on it because it might make it worse. And so yeah, I wasn't able to drive for a lot of the days that I was off, so I was just focusing on whatnot and kind of just relaxing and taking a break. But I always feel so guilty when I take breaks, because when you're self-employed, like, there's no PTO, and I am kind of paycheck to paycheck still, so there's no, like, you know, I felt guilty because I wasn't making money. And those are all the items. Let's start bagging them up. So that was kind of like what's been going on. Anywho, the cars, the vet. Oh, I had to go to the doctor's office. And oh my god, I need to go pick up my new pills. I got re-prescribed a different medication. No, I got re-prescribed a new medication. They put me, I'm now on ADHD medication and anxiety. We weren't sure what was happening, so they basically kept my ADHD the same and then adjusted to add on an anxiety medication, because in the morning, right after I take my medication, I get like super, like, horrible anxiety. And I get it for about 3 hours. It's basically crippling. Like, once the anxiety kicks in, I kind of get into a state of paralysis, like mental paralysis. Like, I can't do anything. I start, you know, just freaking out, and it takes a big toll on my body. And then I get super tired because I just had my whole body was under basically attack from emotions. So basically, long story short, they put me on anxiety medication, and I have to go pick it up today, and it's going to be $55 for both of them. It's just rough, man. Like, it's just one thing after another. I feel like I can't catch a break. But that's life, right? I ended up having to also, some tea, if you will. I ended up blocking some people on my page, too, because I realized that for a second I was like, oh, but comments are comments and they help boost my account. I just can't handle it, y'all. I'm weak. I'm not good. I'm not good at mean people. I can't handle it. So I ended up blocking some people who are just, like, I talked about this in the live with Chrissy, if anyone else was here or was there. People will intentionally misunderstand you on social media. People are just looking to nitpick, to bicker, to just make you feel like crap. And there was this one lady on my page. Some of you guys have actually seen her comments and reached out to me and said, like, do you know, literally, who was it? Michelle from Free2Fly, or On a Mission. She was like, do you know her? Because, like, the way she's talking to you, like, she sounds like she maybe is your family or something. I was like, no, she's just some random person who has the audacity. So I ended up blocking her. I think. Hopefully I did. Because if she's, you know, well, who cares? If she's saying this, you're mean to me, and it's not nice. So I said, like, remove her from my channel. I don't know if that's block on YouTube. They don't really have, like, a block specific button for creators. So here's the first package. We got 1, 2, and 3 dresses. Anyways, that's what's happening. And then there was that other person who, like, called me a scammer. Yeah. So that's that. Anyways, that I didn't intend on talking about that, but I also didn't really have a plan for today's video, so I just wanted to update, you guys. I missed you, and I love talking to y'all, and I love how supportive you are, and I know that a lot of you guys are in a similar situation to me right now, and so I really wanted to, you know, share it in case I could help one of you, you know? I think I am gonna take, I was going like really ham with like tons of content on this channel. Some of you guys like that because you want to see more of me. If that's the case, I do recommend you check out my other channel because I plan on working on that one a little bit more just for a business standpoint. Like, my mindset has shifted these past 2 weeks greatly. I've been watching a lot more of like different genres of YouTube, stuff like reseller YouTube. The congestion is worse than normal. I've been watching a lot of reseller YouTube, which is really helpful to keep me like kind of, you know, focused on what I need to be in like small business side of everything. And I really love my Etsy shop, but at the same time, I don't charge a lot for everything, which again, I'm okay with that, but I need to like get my footing first before I choose to like lowball myself. Yeah, because I also recognize that like no one's gonna pay $40 for placeholders, but that is the only way that I could pay myself fairly. Yeah, I just missed you guys, and I wanted to chat again and see your comments. Oh, I cut my hair. I set up an appointment to go to a salon. I was like, I'm taking a break these past 2 weeks. I'm gonna treat myself, and it was gonna be $85 for my length of hair. Like, my length hasn't changed, but this is my hair. And right now the curls are really loose because this is day 3 and I haven't spritzed it with water to reactivate the gel, but this is my hair, and she wanted to charge me $85, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do it. And then like my car broke down and I was like, okay, hold on. Sorry, I can't do that. But yeah, I just added some layers. I wanted to cut it much shorter, and if you are on my Instagram, if you guys aren't following me on Instagram, what was that sentence? Jeez, dude. Why can't I freaking talk? If you guys aren't following me on Instagram, you should be, because I do tons of updates over there. But beside the point, I wanted it to be shorter. It's not as short as I wanted, but there's some layers in there, and it adds a little bit more volume. It was just looking flat and dull before, and this is kind of cuter. I think I'm gonna add some more layers here. Like, yeah. Anyways, I think that's all that I wanted to talk about in today's video. I just wanted to come on here and chat with y'all. I missed you, and so I hope that you all are doing well. Let me know how you're doing in the comments down below. I appreciate you guys, and I hope that you are having a wonderful day. I hope that tomorrow is even better, and yeah, thank you so much. Bye!